Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Follow the Dogie. I'm kind of cutting off Waffles' beautiful face here, and I know we like to see her too. Hello, welcome back to Follow the Dogie. Today, I'm really excited because there was this kind of realization that I made yesterday while I was weeding. That I'm really excited to share with you guys. I should actually probably be resting my hamstrings today, but I can't. I'm too excited to not share what I've learned with you. So today we are going to do a game of tug with our dogs. You can see Waffles is very relaxed right now. It's not believable in the slightest that she's going to play tug, but she is. And the way that we're going to entice her to play tug is first, I'm going to make sure that I explain everything about this game before we even start so that once we start playing, my attention can be on her. She's more likely to be engaged. So I recommend that you do that with your pets at home too. Make sure that you've got your snacks, you've got your water bottle, you've got your phone nearby, whatever you're going to be distracted by, make sure you've got that taken care of before you start your play session with your dog. The other thing we're going to do, because Waffles is more FOOD motivated than play motivated. So, but she does have a very, I mean, she's a mixed hunting breed. So her, what is the word I'm looking for? It's not impulse control because she's very good with impulse control, but she's very quick to notice moving objects. I had that word in my mind and I don't know where it went, but that's okay. It's okay. Maybe we'll go back and edit it on top of the screen or something. Either way, the way that we're going to entice her to play tug is we're going to start with a game of chase using this flirt pole. And I always just make a flirt pole from a lunge whip because I feel like it's safer, it's more secure. I don't have to worry about breaking or anything. So if you want me to show you how to make one of these, just drop it in, just let me know, tell me in the comments, and I can make a video of that for you. So the biggest things is in order to get our dog to play how we want them to, we first want to make sure that we've got all distractions set aside and we can give our animal our undivided attention, and we want to begin the game with their favorite activity, and I'm not talking about tricks or TREATS. I'm talking about like a literal favorite activity that they do that gets their body moving. How do they like to exercise? We start with that, and then we move into how we want them to exercise with us. That way they get to develop this positive association, and they get to kind of it's almost like translating the activity into a fun game instead of accidentally translating it into a chore or a job or a task, which for a lot of dogs can also be fun, but it's a lot more likely to get your dog to be excited about whatever game you want to play, regardless of what their personality is, if you start with something that they are going to get easily excited about. Makes sense, right? So what I want to tell you what happened yesterday that got me so excited today. So yesterday I was weeding, and I needed to pull these mala roots out of the ground. It was over one of the plumbing systems that I have in my property, and so I needed to make sure that there wasn't going to be damage done to the plumbing. So I had to pull these mala roots up, and if you have pulled mallows, you know how deeply rooted they can be. So I was having to use everything in me. It's also been fairly dry, so the ground was not wet. I was silly and didn't do it first thing in the morning, so it was really dry and hard. But I found that if I had my feet placed a little bit wider apart, okay, like so, like I'm in a deep squat. That's why I'm sitting in a squat right now on my block. so that I can demonstrate the position that I had my legs in without bearing my weight just yet. So I noticed that if I had my legs set in a wide squat, I did also try a narrow squat. It was a little bit more challenging for me. I didn't quite have the leverage I wanted. So wide squat, and then there's two things that I noticed here. When I was pulling the hunched over, pulling from my upper body here, I was starting to feel some compression in my low back. And I wasn't as strong. We'll just say it that way. I was not as strong pulling from this. And then I made a shift. I realized, oh, I'm using my back too much because, like I said, I started to notice that compression in my low back, and I realized this is not going to feel good long term. I'm going to end up straining something. I'm not getting stronger. I'm getting weaker. So what I did was I pushed into my heels. I remembered my training from 4-H and from working with horses and everything in my childhood years. And what do you do when you have an animal that is over 1,000 pounds and you're a little kid and you're supposed to maintain control over that animal? You push through your heels. You dig your heels into the ground so that if your horse bolts, you can manage that situation. Obviously, a horse is a lot stronger. There are plenty of situations where letting go of the rope is the best solution, but they're also prey animals, so there isn't always a lot of gusto behind that. So if you dig your heels in and just hold on to the rope, a lot of times you can calm the animal. There's a lot more nuance to it, and I know I don't have a horse as an adult, so it's not something that I can demonstrate for you. But the point is just that when you push your heels into the ground, you create more leverage for whatever you're working with or against. In this case, I was working against the weed, pulling like this. And then I realized I can use my heels. I can work with the weed. So I noticed what direction the roots were growing in, gave it a little pull in all the directions. And then once I knew which direction would be most beneficial to pull the weed, I dug my heels in and pushed through my heels and had a lot more success. I cleared a huge area. And then when I was done, I stood up and I realized, now that was a hamstring workout. And the biggest hamstring workout I have had up until this point was our booty and balance game. So, of course, I was like, I need to share. This would be so good to practice this exact thing during tug, of course, with some adjustments, because we don't want to injure our animals. And if we're putting as much force into a tug as we do to pull weeds, that's going to lead to a really serious injury risk. So I just want to make sure my other light was on. So what we're going to do instead, we're going to push in through our heels, but I want you to practice while you're sitting on a block. So you'll push into your heels. Notice how that projects you backwards, but we're also going to be using our glutes to push ourselves forwards, because when we power up our glutes, it extends our hip, right? So power up our glute, hip extends. When we're in a squat, our hip is flexed. So if we're pushing into our heels, it's likely to push us backwards, right? And our glutes, extension of the hips, using our glutes to extend the hips, is going to push us forward. So we're going to be doing this balancing act with our animals where we're going to, other way, where we're going to be pushing into our heels to pull backwards while we're also squeezing through our glutes to push forwards. This is something you can do static without your animal, but let's be real, we're all here because it's a lot more fun to play with your animal than to exercise without them. So are there any questions before we start our demonstration? I'm going to give you just a couple minutes, maybe 1.5, to write down any questions that you have, drop them in the comments, whatever you would like to do to communicate anything that isn't super clear before I start demonstrating, because once I start demonstrating, Waffles is going to need my undivided attention. And I just want to make sure. Okay. A lot of times I'll start this without realizing that I had accidentally bumped the mute button or something. So I wanted to make sure that I did not accidentally do that this time. All right. So I don't see any questions. So we're going to go ahead and start our tug game. I am going to start by getting Waffles excited and getting her momentum built up with a little game of chase. We don't have as much space in here as we do outside when we play with this, so we're going to do it a little bit differently. I'm not going to be using the whole thing. I'm just going to give her a little bit to play with. All right, so I'm starting the demonstration right now. If you have any questions, please make sure that you drop them in the comments. I will come back to answer them after we demonstrate. Waffles, you ready? Play. You ready? Play. Yes, play. Yes, play. Oh, play. Oh, play. Ready? Play. Yeah, play. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's a play. Notice she isn't tugging yet, so I'm not going to start the tug game yet. You ready? Play. Play. Get it. Get it. Yeah. Once she shakes it, I know she's ready. Yeah, good job, honey. Good job. Yeah, you ready? Play tug. We're gonna put this one away now. You want to pick a toy? Oopsies. Let me just drop all my things. All right. Waffles, you want to pick a toy for tug? Yeah, bring me a toy. We tug. Yeah. Bring me a toy for tug. Yeah, that's it. Bring it. Mama tug. Sweetie, we can't squeak right now anyway. Waffles. You ready, tug? Ready, tug? Do you want to pick a different toy for tug? Bring it. Do you want to just tug this toy? This one actually might work because she sometimes has difficulty squeaking it anyway. You want to tug this toy? Oh, you want to tug lamb chomp? All right, ready? Oh, you tug. Oh. Let's go here so they can see my feet. Yeah, ready. You tug. You want to tug this one instead? Sweetheart, we're going to tug, right? Remember when you were excited for tug? We talked about it this morning. Ready? Set. Get it. Yeah. Yeah, ready? Where is it? I know you're way more excited about chasing tug right now. Where is it? You want to get the strap, maybe? You want to get the strap? Get the strappy strap? Yeah, good job. Yes, tug. Oh, that's so good. Oh, good girl. Oh, good girl. Yeah. Oh. Good girl. Yeah. Good girl. Oh, good girl. Yes. Yes, tug. Yes, tug. Ready, set. You can do it. Set, tug. Oh, so strong. Oh, so strong. Ready to take a little break? Sit. Good girl. All right. Let me talk to our friends about about what we were doing. So while we were doing that, you may have noticed my toes lifting up off the mat. I'm going to actually point this down a little bit for this next demonstration, which will be our final demonstration, so that you can see a little bit better. But you may have noticed my toes, good girl, my toes lifting up off the mat because I was pushing into my heels. And I wanted to make sure that you could see that that's where my weight was directed. But you also may have noticed that even though I was pulling from my legs, lifting my toes up off the ground so that I could get the maximum leverage pushing into my heels, I was not falling over backwards and the toy was not coming closer to me. The reason why is because I was also flexing my glutes, especially the gluteus maximus, which is the part that covers straight down right here. The gluteus medius and minimus are kind of off to the side a little bit, which give them a couple additional roles. But today we're really focusing on engaging that gluteus maximus while we're engaging the hamstring so that we don't fall over backwards. It gives our animals a little bit more support and makes sure that we're avoiding any injury for either of us, but mostly for them. So let me go ahead. I'm going to scooch this back a little bit. I'm going to point it down a little bit so that you can hopefully see my toes lift up off the ground as we're tugging. You'll see how that drives weight into my heels by lifting those toes up off the ground. And in order to keep from falling backwards, I have to flex my glutes to stay upright while we're tugging. All right, ready, Waffles? You ready? More play. That was too much. Ready? Stand. And ready, set. Yeah, good girl. Yeah, good girl. Oh, hey, hey. All right. Oh, good girl. Yes. Oh, so strong. Yes. Ready? Yeah. You strong girl. Ready? Set. Oh, it's a good girl. Oh, it's a good girl. Yes. Are you getting tired? Is Waffles tired? You want different toy? Bring it. Show me different toy. Bring it. Waffles, are you getting tired? Kisses for tired. No, you want different toy? Okay, bring me different toy. Yeah, bring it. Yeah, good girl, bring it. Yeah, good girl, bring it. Oh, good girl, you're indestructible elephant. Indestructible. Oh, honey, did Mama take it away from you too fast? I did. I'm so sorry. Here, you go. Get it. Oh, I owe you now? Do I owe you treats now? How about play? Play. Are you all done? Waffles. Waffles. Good girl. Are you all done? You all done playing? Okay. Okay. That was a good workout. Good job. Now, for our first probably 2 or 3 play sessions of the day, Waffles typically wants to do about 5-minute play sessions. And come. No, come. Right here. Mom, I'm already so close to you. Love you. Love you. Love you. Lay down. How about a sit? Waffles. Oh, honey. All right, so she's tired. So a couple things that I want to go over as we review our play session. Number one, keep them short. Let your animal sort of dictate how long each play session lasts. So that means that, like, right now we played for probably 5 minutes, maybe a little bit more, but it was probably pretty close to about 5 minutes. And that's typically how it goes for the first 2 or 3 play sessions of the day. When we start doing more than that, then a lot of times her endurance will get built up and she'll be more excited to play for longer periods of time. But also keep in mind that this isn't just, we're not just playing tug. They have to also figure out what our body language means, or if it means anything at all. So they're also getting this mental stimulation as well. They're burning calories that way too, by using their brain to figure out what's going on around them. So it's very important to just follow your dog's lead, follow your animal's lead in order to keep this a positive activity that they want to do with you, that they want to help you get healthier with. Then make sure that you keep it fun. Stop the activity when it stops being fun. For them, it's typically going to stay fun for you. And another thing that I wanted to mention is you may have noticed I did let go of the toy a couple times, particularly during our first play session. During our second play session that you saw, she dropped the toy more frequently because her jaws were getting tired. Now, when in our first play session, you may have noticed that I let go of the toy a few times, actually. And that's because we want to make sure that our dogs don't feel like they're losing the game. You know, you want to make them feel like what they're trying to do is successful and make them want to repeat that again. So when a dog is tugging on a toy, they're trying to get that toy. It doesn't mean that they want it to be easy. Like, the whole point of the game is the challenge. But they do want to feel successful. So let them win and then get ready to play again. Make it a little bit more challenging. Don't let go quite as quickly and repeat. Are there any final questions? Okay. Well, last review, I just want to go through like a little checklist. You want to have your feet as wide as is comfortable for you, right? If you need to use your hands to get up, totally fine. If you want to sit on a block while you play to start, totally fine. In fact, if you have never played this game before, if you've never pulled in a squatting position while pushing into your heels, it may be very beneficial for you to practice sitting on a block for the first few times that you play this. It'll give you a lot of kind of like a safety net, right? So you can push into your heels, you can push forward from your glutes, and you can get a sense of what those sensations feel like while you're still in a sitting and resting position. Good girl. So push into your heels. Push into your heels and push forward from your glutes, because pushing into your heels is going to drive you back. So push forward into your glutes to drive you forward and maintain that steady balance. Let your dog win every once in a while. Make sure that you are being very gentle with your tugging side to side. I do not recommend up and down. We notice when your dog shakes something vigorously, when they're vigorously tugging, they move side to side. That's what's natural for them, kind of like a shark. So push into your heels. Push forward from your glutes. Let your dog win every once in a while. Go nice and gentle, side to side movements. And most importantly, follow your animal's lead, have fun. Make sure they're having fun too. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope that you enjoyed today's class. If you did, please make sure that you like this post, share this video with a friend, comment if you can, and of course, make sure you're subscribed. We are here every Tuesday for a new animal-assisted yoga class. We will see you guys next week.